Hi everyone, welcome to my Heather's Kiss and Tell page. Today's makeup tutorial will be using, of course, all SeneGence products. Now starting off, I will be using my Nangai Oil as a moisturizer slash primer to prep my skin for any makeup application. I definitely always make sure I apply my lip volumizer as I start to do my makeup. That way it soaks in and I'm ready to apply my LipSense at the end. Go ahead and comb through my brows just to tame any wild hairs that may be sticking about. Now the foundation that I'm using today is a MakeSense foundation in the shade Cafe Al Rot. And I just go ahead and use a damp beauty blender to pat that into the skin all over. Now I am making sure I am going over every part of my face and down the neck some. I do know that this foundation is just a little bit light for me, but once we contour and highlight, everything will work together in a seamless look. Now I'd like to go in with another tube of MakeSense foundation, this time in the shade Golden Tan. Now I do use this as my contour. I know it's not a super dark contour, but that is what I prefer, more of a warm halo than a full-on contour. But I do love to carve out those cheekbones, as you can see. I also do a little bit of a dab just under the lip. That just makes your lips look a little bit more plumper as it sets back that underneath your chin. And just blend that into the rest of my foundation. Now for my under eye concealer slash highlight, I go in with more MakeSense foundation, this time in the shade of Suede. Now I do like to use the foundation for my highlights and my contours just because I feel like it gives more of a seamless finish all throughout. And I also love just the benefits of the MakeSense foundation itself. Just go in with another beauty blender and blend that in under the eyes. You can already tell that the definition is starting to be more prominent throughout the face now that you're adding those shadows and those highlights in. I do like to take the excess from the beauty blender and just dab that onto my forehead and my chin, just for a little bit of a lightening there. Now that is all done and my face is all blended in, I like to go in with my translucent powder. Now, SeneGence translucent powder and bronzing powder comes in a tube with a little brush, and I like to take the powder out because I'm more of a beauty blender girl myself. So just pack on that translucent setting powder, that way I can set that under eye concealer. I also do like to do just a little bit on the jawline to accentuate that contour, down the bridge of the nose, and wipe any excess on my forehead and down on my chin. Now while that sets, as baking takes a little bit of time, I'm going to go ahead and get started on my brows. Now of course I am a ShadowSense hoarder and addict, and I use them for everything, especially my brows. I'm going in with the ShadowSense color Onyx for my filling. love the ShadowSense in the brows because of the no smudge factor. I know it's going to last all day long, just like the rest of my face. I absolutely love SeneGence products, you guys. They are top notch. Now that I've got them all filled, I'm taking some more of that Suede MakeSense foundation and just accentuating that brow bone with a lighter shade right underneath. And now that I'm all done with the brows, gonna go ahead and dust off the excess translucent powder. And I do just take a bare brush and I use this to blend everything throughout the face. Any excess that's left on the brush, I kind of just take around just to give a more seamless finish to the entire look. Buffing in the entire face, and you can see how that is changing the look of everything. Now to really carve out those cheekbones, since I am all about the cheekbones, is to go in with that bronzing powder just underneath that cheekbone and around the forehead, pretty much wherever I left that darker contour color of the golden tan. I know this video isn't as clear for you guys, sorry about that. It came out of focus for this clip. I am using my cherry blush scents here. It is a cream, just like the rest of our cosmetics, those creamy cosmetics. So the blending is super easy. Now I'm taking that big brush and buffing that out again. Blending, blending, blending is your best friend, y'all. Now to do my eyeshadow, I am starting with Copper Rose ShadowSense. I love this as my go-to base color. It blends in pretty seamlessly with the rest of my foundation and pretty much every look that I can create. This is a great base color for it. Now to start adding a little bit more pigmentation, I'm going in with my Mocha Java ShadowSense to start building that darkness around that outer corner. And you want to make sure that you are blending that into your base color and making sure that there are no lines, because once the ShadowSense has set from its cream to powder base, you'll see that that color will stay where you have put it. So you want to make sure it is picture perfect. And going in with a little bit of Garnet ShadowSense to deepen that color just a little bit further. I like to do 2 layers of garnet just to add a little bit more depth to the tone and blend that in, of course. These creamy cosmetics make it super easy to blend in and you have time to work with it. See there, some more blending. Blending is the trick to every makeup look. The amount you blend definitely matters, ladies. Just a touch of some more of that Onyx ShadowSense that we used in the brows to further deepen that crease. And I'm making sure to blend that in even more. Those darker colors, you don't want a line to be left there. So blend it out. also using the Onyx ShadowSense. I'm telling you guys, the ShadowSense works for everything. I love it. It's a perfect black cream liner. Now that I've got my liner looking just how I want it, I'm going to go in with my Pearlizer for my highlight on my cheekbones and a little bit down the bridge of my nose and right on the tip for that picture perfect finish. I also like to add a touch of the Pearlizer just under the brows for a little bit of a pop. And now for the part that I am terribly horrible at, getting my eyelashes on. Thank goodness I will be doing my eyelash extensions this week. You think I would be much better at these things, seeing as how I use them every day. I'm obviously excited to get that one on. Now that my face is complete, it is time for my favorite part of any makeup look, my LipSense. I prep my lips by using the Oops Remover just to take off any makeup that may have fallen onto the lips during my makeup application. You want to apply your LipSense to, of course, clean and dry lips. The color I've selected for my LipSense today is Plum. It is one of my absolute favorites. Just wipe off any excess product from the applicator, and I like to go in and line my lips first before I fill them, just because I think it gives you a much cleaner lipstick application and much easier in my opinion. LipSense is of course applied in 3 thin layers to the lips. You want to keep your lips from touching until you apply your gloss. The gloss I've chosen to use today is one I am extremely excited about, our new limited edition diamond gloss. This stuff has actual crushed diamonds in it. Way to make a girl feel real fancy, SeneGence. That is my completed look. I am so excited with this one. Very easy every day. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. Be sure to follow Heather's Kiss and Tell for more.